Hollywood shock. Tyler Perry sued for $2 million. Hi everyone. He built an empire by telling stories others were afraid to tell, uplifting voices, creating opportunities, and changing the face of Hollywood. But now, Tyler Perry, one of the most powerful names in entertainment, finds himself at the center of a $2 million lawsuit that threatens to shatter everything. Actor Derek Dixon, who once starred in Perry's hit show The Oval, has accused the media mogul of harassment, manipulation, and a disturbing abuse of power. From late-night texts to career threats and a chilling alleged assault, the claims are as explosive as they are detailed. Is this a calculated attempt to take down a billionaire, or the long-overdue reckoning of a hidden pattern behind the fame today? We dive into the lawsuit that has Hollywood on edge and ask what really happened behind the scenes of Tyler Perry Studios. Stay with us as we uncover the story Derek Dixon says he could no longer keep silent. Dear friends, in the world of entertainment, Tyler Perry is a household name, a symbol of perseverance, vision, and black excellence. From building his own studio empire to topping Netflix charts, Perry's influence is undeniable. But in 2025, his carefully crafted legacy was shaken by a bombshell lawsuit filed by actor Derek Dixon, alleging that behind the scenes of the glamour and success, there was a pattern of harassment, coercion, and retaliation. It all began in 2019 when Dixon was working as part of the event staff at one of Perry's private gatherings in Atlanta. He was just another hopeful actor, trying to navigate Hollywood's brutal landscape. According to the lawsuit, Perry noticed Dixon and offered him a professional opportunity, an audition for one of his TV projects. It was a moment that felt like fate. Dixon accepted, later landing a small role on Ruthless and eventually a recurring part on The Oval, one of Perry's signature shows. But as Dixon's screen presence grew, so did Perry's alleged attention this time, personal and unwanted. The complaint describes how Perry would text Dixon frequently, often late at night, with flirtatious or sexually charged messages. At first, Dixon tried to be polite, maintaining boundaries while staying in Perry's good graces, but the line between mentorship and manipulation began to blur. According to Dixon, Perry's messages became more explicit and his behavior more aggressive. One night, while attending a gathering at Perry's Georgia home, Dixon says he drank with Perry and was later invited to sleep in the guest bedroom. It was late, and Perry had told him he was too intoxicated to drive. Dixon accepted the offer, not realizing what would follow. According to the lawsuit, while Dixon was asleep, Perry climbed into bed and attempted to initiate physical contact. Dixon claims he rejected the advances, trying to defuse the situation and avoid confrontation. What followed, Dixon says, was a disturbing pattern of control. Perry allegedly warned him that if he didn't engage or respond positively to the sexual overtones, his character could be written off the show, and that's exactly what appeared to happen. At the end of Dixon's first season on The Oval, his character Dale was shot multiple times. Dixon believes this wasn't just a plot twist, it was punishment. According to the lawsuit, Perry made it clear that loyalty meant compliance, that success on his sets required silence and submission. During the pandemic, Dixon was invited to stay in one of the studio homes at Tyler Perry Studios. He accepted, thinking it was a safe place to quarantine and continue filming. But what allegedly happened next made him feel more trapped than ever. The lawsuit claims Perry would have alcohol delivered to Dixon's door, often followed by late-night phone calls filled with sexually explicit comments and emotional manipulation. At one point, Perry allegedly told Dixon he wasn't giving him what he needed. When Dixon resisted, the frustration reportedly turned into threats. According to the legal documents, Perry made it clear that if Dixon told his co-stars about what was happening, he'd open himself up to questions and foolishness. The goal, Dixon says, was to isolate him to make him feel alone, dependent, and afraid to speak out. The complaint includes specific text messages and alleged comments Perry made on set. After filming a scene where Dixon's character was choked, Perry reportedly told him, "I like being choked." He's also accused of making unsettling remarks about Dixon's appearance and body, saying things like, "Why do you twist your hips when you walk?" and "When will you be thick again?" These moments, according to Dixon, weren't jokes, they were calculated. The most serious incident, however, came in 2021. Dixon alleges that Perry sexually assaulted him, pulling down his underwear, groping him, and attempting to force himself on him. Dixon says he resisted, verbally and physically, and managed to escape by changing the subject and breaking the tension. The next day, Perry allegedly flooded Dixon with calls and messages, apologizing and blaming the behavior on stress or confusion. He said, "Maybe I was self-sabotaging." But in the same breath, he promised that Dixon's pilot, a show he had long dreamed of producing, would be greenlit. Not long after, Perry's legal team contacted Dixon, telling him Christmas came early. His salary was raised. The show, they said, was moving forward. But with one caveat: don't tell anyone. The silence was part of the deal. Over time, Dixon says he realized the opportunities were being dangled like bait used to keep him close, quiet, and compliant. In 2024, he filed a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, detailing the alleged harassment. But according to the lawsuit, no internal investigation took place. No steps were taken to prevent further abuse. Faced with ongoing distress and fearing another unwanted encounter, Dixon chose to walk away. He left the Oval, forfeiting nearly $400,000 in earnings, his character unfinished, his contract broken. He claims that Perry's team retaliated, threatening breach of contract and instructing him to claim a medical leave rather than expose the real reason for his departure. When he refused, the leave was marked as unpaid, and his employment was effectively terminated. Now, in 2025, the lawsuit has gone public with Dixon's name front and center. He didn't file anonymously. And that, legal experts say, matters. It signals confidence and a willingness to stand behind the accusations. The lawsuit compares Perry to notorious figures like Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and Kelly Men, accused of using their power to control, manipulate, and exploit. Tyler Perry, through his legal team, has strongly denied all claims. His attorney called it a scam, a fabricated attempt to shake down one of Hollywood's wealthiest creators. But legal analysts say this case may hinge on more than just he said. The presence of text messages, many of which are included in the complaint, could be critical. One attorney called them smoking gun evidence. The court of public opinion is already weighing in. Supporters of Perry argue that the timing is suspicious, coming just as his latest film dominates Netflix, and his name trends for all the right reasons. Others point to the courage it takes to come forward publicly, especially against someone with immense power and resources. And the cost of fighting back isn't just emotional, it's financial. Defending against a claim like this can cost millions. For Perry, the risk is more than money. It's reputation, legacy, and trust. For Dixon, the stakes are just as high. He's stepping into the spotlight not as a star, but as a whistleblower. And once that curtain lifts, it doesn't come down easily. As the case moves forward, more evidence may come to light, more texts, more testimony, perhaps even other voices. For now, it's a story of two men, one with $1 billion empire, the other with a dream deferred and a legal battle that could change both their lives forever. In a world where power often shields the powerful, this case forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. Did Tyler Perry, praised as a visionary, a philanthropist, and a champion of untold stories, use his influence to manipulate and silence, or is Derek Dixon using the courtroom to fabricate a story for fame and money? The truth may lie in the digital trail of texts, the legal depositions to come, and the courage it takes to confront a giant. As Hollywood watches closely, the outcome of this case could ripple far beyond one man's empire, challenging the very structures of power and accountability in the entertainment industry. What do you believe? Is this justice in motion, or a dangerous game of reputation warfare? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life courtroom battles and shocking true crime stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.